Fighting broke out down the tan lines on the northern front of the war. This battle came completely unexpected to the tan soldiers in the trenches. There hadn't been fighting in well over a month's time. After the death of the Grey leader Jason, the Purples and Greys all chose to mourn rather than fight. General McLear had ordered the Tans not to attack at this time, out of respect for the enemy. But he kept the men on high alert and always on watch, just in case of some kind of treachery. So, although surprised by this attack, the Tan army at the Grey border was fully functional. The fighting was intense. Grey and Purple troopers were shot down in droves, and Tan soldiers got hit hard by a wall of bullets. Eventually, the Greys began to gain ground. The brave soldier Captain Hunter was in a last-stand defense with his soldiers. But, inevitably, he was surrounded by the Grey army. They had taken him prisoner. It seemed as though that was their objective the whole time. General McLear, as a mentor to Hunter, took the news badly. He was full of rage and wanting for vengeance, but he knew he couldn't let it be shown. He had to show grace in front of the troopers, but he did go to Tony to break the news to him. "Hi, Tony. I have some rough news. Hunter has been taken prisoner by the Greys." "Yes, sir, I heard. I was actually going to come and talk to you about a rescue mission. Could I take a brigade of troopers to go and liberate Hunter?" I thought about a potential rescue mission myself, actually, and was fond of the idea. However, I realize we still haven't gotten their demands yet. It's clear they know Hunter is a vital part of our military. So let's wait a moment and see what they want in return for him. In the meantime, I do want you to form your own brigade of troopers. We've been receiving many deserters from the Green Army. I'd like you to assimilate them into a fighting unit that we can count on. You, of course, will be the leader of this unit. It would be an honor, sir. Good. What would you like to call them? How about Chaos Brigade, since we will incite chaos amongst the enemy. Very well. Go and train your Chaos Brigade. If we are unable to negotiate the release of Hunter, then they may be needed sooner than we thought. While McLear was sorting out his army, Prime Minister Creed was doing the same thing in the south. He stood before an assortment of soldiers. Some were battle-hardened veterans, while others were fresh new recruits. He wanted to address them and make sure their morale and loyalty was good. Soldiers, I stand before you today to say that we have made it through the winter. It was long, cold, and full of despair. But you are all survivors, and I am proud to be your leader. Now that it is finally spring, we will take vengeance against those pasty tan scum. They have taunted us by taking away our rightfully owned land. We must take it back and cram them back into their urban cities where they belong. Let them starve in there for what they've done, and we shall avenge our men. There was a large cheer from the men. Afterwards, Creed went to pour over some paperwork and make sure the logistics were all good. They wouldn't attack for the time being. They weren't at max strength yet. Thankfully, the Reds had withdrawn from the war and become a neutral nation, so they didn't have to worry about them as an enemy. Commander Barr of the Blue Army was also going into logistics with a few of his commanders. They had been stockpiling troopers and arms for the past few months in hopes of taking back their homeland. They were finally ready for the assault. It was payback time for the Purples. Hey guys, what is going on? It's Daily Tactics here, and I am back with the much-anticipated Season 2 premiere of Army Men Civil War. Tons of you guys were requesting this, and I am happy to say it is finally here! Hooray! And I thought we'd start it off with a bang with the Blue Army here trying to retake their land, because as you know, they once lived on an island, and they would like to take that land back from the Purples who stole it from them. So, essentially, Commander Barr sent forth his army with a bunch of these landing vehicles. Now, I was having a lot of trouble getting the landing vehicles to drop the men off. I could get like 1 in every 2 to do it, and I don't know why the others weren't cooperating. So I just disembarked all the troops, and we'll say they just got off the boat and they're going to march up the land now. There's also some tanks in the water here too, presumably dropped off by larger battleships or something like that, a little bit further back, and they probably have air hoses so the engines can breathe without being in the water. Sort of like an attachment. That's kind of how they did it on D-Day. So either way, the Blue Army is going to be attacking up these coastal defenses here, which as you can see have been peppered by artillery fire the night before. And they're going up against the mighty Purple Army, who has solidified defensive positions on the beach, on various points behind the beach as well, and then they've got a final stand going in this massive bunker over here with tons of purple troopers ready to fight back the oncoming blue soldiers. It should be a pretty interesting battle, I think. Also, since I've been getting so many requests to use planes in these videos, I decided we'd do the first one with a attack with just this single plane here. So essentially the deal is once the blues take the beach, then I can pilot this plane and I can do a few sweeps over the land here and try and take down some of the purple defenses deeper in. They only get one plane, and I'm going to have to fly it because I'm not good enough to code these things to actually fly and fight on their own. I'm just not that good at the mod. I think Mighty Mapper can, but I just could not figure out how to do that. So I will be commanding this plane. It's very likely it'll get shot down or something like that, but I thought that would be like a fun little addition to the battle. Regardless, other than that, I will not be controlling any troops except for the retreat rule as well as the tank rule, where if it's injured, we can repair it. So that's enough talking. I will be right back and we can get started. Alright guys, here we go. Let's press start. I am so excited. Alright, and the blue soldiers should begin working their way up the beach here. Might be very, very laggy in the start because the blues had to bring forth a ton of troopers just to get up onto the beachhead here. I mean, they're probably going to mount horrible, horrible losses here as they're attacked by the purples. It looks like a massive explosion going down over here as a Panzer is already taken out by some of the purple tanks, but there is some artillery installments here and anti-air installments. Here's a Bofors over here that the purples are going to be utilizing, and then of course there's just rows and rows of men in trenches. There's this M8 howitzer over here that is firing away at the oncoming blue soldiers. That is going to be a major problem. There are also mines in the beach that you can see here, that if the tanks step on those, they will explode, and the tanks could easily be completely destroyed or incapacitated because of those mines. But as we can see here, the blues are marching forward up the beach, working their way through the defenses here. Lots of tank traps in the way as well, so the blue tanks are going to have quite a number of problems with that too, I do believe. Let's see how the purple defenses are doing. I mean, the primary ones, like the very frontal ones, are getting pretty smacked on, which is to be kind of expected. They've lost their M8 howitzer, and I imagine they've lost their coastal vehicles as well. You got to remember, the beach is their best defensive position, obviously, because it's where they're going to likely get the most kills, but it is also not their only defensive position, because they've got troopers going way, way far back that can easily get many more kills on the blues as well. The blues are coming up on the left side over here very, very easily. Not many of them going down over this way. I would say in the middle is where there is the heaviest fighting going down. Lots of blue soldiers getting slaughtered in the sand and in the water. Really getting stuck here. They're not able to progress too far forward in the middle. On this flank over here, it does look like they're doing a little bit better. They've taken some losses, but they are cruising now, and being able to destroy these bunkers, take out some of these purples from below. This tank over here is also dead, which is a shame to see, but I mean, like I said, once the blues get up the hill itself, then they're going to meet all new challenges, new troopers up here. There's some troopers in this barn. There's troopers in the trenches who have yet to even get engaged, like these guys back here. It will certainly be a doozy. These bad Larrys are not going down without a fight, and there are still a ton of purples left. They just haven't really engaged with the enemy too much yet. But the blues are doing a great job, you know. They're fighting for their homeland, so morale is going to be high. There's going to be a certain determination that these blues feel to get the win here and actually make it. This one purple soldier, though, putting up the good fight here, getting a lot of kills on some of these blues as they try and take over his position, but he finally gets shot down by an SMG trooper there. But more purples up here, taking the mantle of the fight, throwing some grenades too. Love to see that grenade warfare. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of that. Takes out a flame trooper right there. Very good. Oh, was this tank not dead, or did they just shoot it again for extra measure, perhaps? Alright, well, the purples are losing men quite a bit now on the beachhead, but they've done a great job of destroying quite a large portion of the blue army. As you can see, there aren't too many troopers remaining. Probably half of them did end up dying. A few tanks are down as well. But I would say the beach is taken. So let's go ahead and launch our pilot here into the air. Hopefully I can do it justice. Here we go. Take off. Alright. Here we go. Taking off. We do have a few torpedoes on this plane, as well as, I believe, some machine guns. So, wow, this thing is fast. Okay, wait. I might need to slow down the game just so I can pilot this thing. It's so fast. Alright, here we go. Bombing run! Oh! Okay, so it kind of shoots above the cursor. But it's like a Nebelwerfer almost in terms of fire, and we hit a building. We're still good, though, I think. Actually, maybe that wasn't us hitting the building. Maybe that was the torpedo hitting the building, and we just sort of rolled through it. I think that is what happened. All right, let's go for their main base back here and try and get a good hit on that. I am going to limit us to basically one run-through with this thing, and then we're going to say it ran out of fuel and had to make an emergency landing or something like that. It's not that good of a craft. So we're going to fire this way, maybe get a kill here. We're taking some fire. Didn't manage to get a kill, and our engine is dead, and we crash down. But a bit of a kamikaze here as we take out a few soldiers. Alright, well, the torpedoes didn't do much, but the plane did. Alright, sorry guys. You could see our engine stall and get destroyed right there. Oh my god, well, there's the pilot. He bailed out, but ended up dying. Oof, major oof right there, an oof moment. It does look like actually maybe our torpedoes did get a kill or two. Here's a few downed men. I'm wondering if that was us or something else. Alright, either way, back over here we can see flame troopers actually now sending their arcs over onto some purple soldiers in the distance, not quite meeting them, I don't think, and these guys are pouring some fire onto the blues. Ooh, but these purples in this trench did end up getting scorched, and they're running for their lives as the fire spreads and takes out more of them. Let's go back into normal speed here. That's brutal right there. The purples do have some flame troopers of their own. I don't know if they're all dead or not, though. They're pretty few and far between. The blues also have them pretty few and far between. There's probably only 5 to 10 of them in the blue army, but it seems like one of them just got an absolute go-ahead there. And there's another one sending some arcs soaring into purple lines, just absolutely roasting the occupants within. That is absolutely brutal. Would hate to be these lads. Burning alive would be probably one of the worst ways to go down. That's for sure. It seems like this right side over here is being held steadily. This tank tried to make its way up, but it was shot down by a bazooka trooper over here with haste, and the other tanks have yet to really try and make that climb. 2 more comets over here are destroyed, and it seems like this one might have hit a landmine or something like that. But the blue troopers are, for the most part, seeming to congregate in the middle here and try and break through the purple lines over here, but they're still meeting quite a bit of resistance as purple troopers still holding on to this this beach point here. They don't quite want to let it go yet, so they're continuing the good fight. I'm not going to retreat them quite yet. I think they are still in a good position to get some kills, and that they are. Actually, most of the blue flame troopers are like all congregating around here. That's kind of funny. I'm seeing quite a number of them. Alright, and this trench line over here, despite the fire, the purples are still holding it quite nicely, but the blues are starting to grenade in there. That's a very good tactic. That's what I would be doing, you know, just get those potato mashers up there. How's this flank over here doing? It seems like the blues have taken over this bunker over here. Quite a number of blue soldiers congregating in the middle here. I'm not going to adjust them. A purple tank coming in for support, it seems. I wonder if it took out that comet or if that comet was down from previously, but it's getting hit in the side by... Not that bad, Larry, but it's... Oh, it went down. Okay, well, a brave move to send your tank forward like that, but didn't end up working out. So if we look at the battle statistics here on the minimap, it seems like the purples have a nice pocket of resistance here. If I try to retreat them, I have a feeling they get gunned down almost immediately. More purples over here, which I am not going to move because they are doing a great job of taking out some of these blue tanks. They seem to be in a solid position over there. Some more purples over here, also pretty solid position. I suppose this one guy left in this one bunker over here can be retreated, though. So we'll enact the retreat rule over here. In terms of blue tanks, Just checking to see if any need repairs. This one does, so we can enact the repair rule over here. And then this one right here. Oh, it's getting repaired. Actually, the tank crew over here is smart, and they are repairing the vehicle themselves. Very, very nice. And of course, this one is still very operational, moving forward, helping the troops out. As the troops try and take out the infantry, the tank will support them, which is a good thing to see. Oh yeah, huge amounts of infantry right here. If the purples hadn't put all of their defensive artillery on the beachhead, maybe some out here in these villages, they could be smacking these guys hard, but they didn't. And sadly, it's mainly purple infantry out here. There's a tank or two. One came forward, so there's only 2 tanks left out there, but those still will be very effective in taking out some blue soldiers, I do think. Alright, so the blues have really sort of taken this land over here. They still need to take this pocket of resistance over here. I don't think we're going to retreat these guys, though. There's so many of them, and they're in a strong position, actually, to flank, so I say we leave them there. Also, these blue soldiers seem to be derping out right now, so we're just going to move them forward. Oh, there was a purple trooper right there! Oh, I should have retreated him. It's too late, though. He got killed. I didn't realize those tank crew had all survived, or else I would have done the retreat rule, but that's okay. Yeah, they fought for their nation. I guess their stolen territory. I guess the purples probably don't have as much vested in this as the blues do, considering it's the blue homeland, and well, the purples it's kind of a foreign land to them, conquered territory, if you will. Alright, let's get more of these blue soldiers forward. It seems like the blues are starting to set their sights further inland, taking out a few of the purple machine gun nests here, or the majority of the troopers there, but the purples are not going to give up without a fight. They're spraying with their machine guns, their rifles, trying their best to knock some of these blues out. And the blues are very sort of suffocated together. Well, let's take a look. Yeah, they're suffocated together in terms of their spacing. A machine gun could just spray into this and get lucky with some hits. So that's not a great formation. It's actually rather dangerous. But at least they've got a lot of men all over the place that can attack. But the purple defenses are doing their best. I'd say every purple soldier is probably getting 2 or 3 blue kills, which is great because they're in just such nice defensive positions. They've got long-range rifles. They're doing a great job right now, I would definitely say. Oh god, did not mean to look through the map like that. I was trying to clip camera position better. There we go, that's nicer. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing good pockets of resistance here for the purples. Definitely a lot of hope for them in terms of actually winning this battle. Another blue tank moving forward over here. This one seems to have taken this Panzer on head-on, took it out, but then it looks like infantry, perhaps one of these bazooka troopers, managed to get a nice shot on it because their tank crew has bailed out of that tank. More purple soldiers taking on this other tank that's coming forward. It might take a nasty bazooka shot. There's still a lot of purple bazooka troopers just hiding around corners and stuff like that. So this thing needs to be careful as it progresses forward. How are these purple lads doing over here? They are still fighting more blue tanks, actually. This is an absolute tank graveyard over here. This one's machine gun is still functional. It looks like its turret might have been heavily damaged, but it's taken more damage. It's getting a few nice pot shots on some of these soldiers here, but it's probably only a matter of time before this bad Larry goes down. Actually, it's being pretty resilient and managing to knock out quite a number of these purple infantry. Wow. Oh, there we go. The crew did end up bailing out there, and this soldier sadly got killed. Alright, but down in the middle, we're seeing blues continue their good fight forward, taking losses as they go, but at least they're doing their best here. Seems like most of the blues in this little cram corner over here have managed to get up the hill. Let's keep trying to send them forward. There's a big push going on the right over here where I guess the blues probably sensed there was lighter defenses, so lots of troopers going to the right over here, taking on some of these purples way down yonder, who still are putting up a good defense. I don't think it's time to retreat these guys at all. They're still managing to get quite a number of kills on these blues as they come forward. And God, the Robs mod makes absolutely beautiful graphics and beautiful grass, beautiful everything, honestly. I'm so glad that the Army Men mod is using Robs mod for their models, because this is just some epic warfare here. It's honestly like we were looking at like Normandy Beach or something like that, but in Army Men form. I love it. This flame trooper really trying to sneak ahead, trying to maybe cast some arcs down at this SMG trooper who's been puttering some fire at the enemy. See how many kills? He's got 1 kill. That's not bad. He probably only just came into range of the enemies because SMGs obviously can only shoot for a few meters ahead. But some bazooka shots are trying to take out him and some of his comrades who are further back here. These guys taking cover as bazooka hits the ground amongst them. And this village over here, oof, that guy got absolutely nicked right there. But there's still some good resistance coming up over here. Still spraying down a few blue troopers. We're seeing them die as they go. This is a minefield in here. I don't know if there are mines or not within it, but it'd be interesting. I didn't place any, but the map could come with some. This machine gunner alone has 22 kills. His comrade died before I could check, but I mean, if this guy keeps racking up the kills, we might as well leave him there. It's obviously a good position for him. This village over here, oh my god. Is this guy just getting threatened by a bazooka or something like that? That's interesting. It does look like the blue tanks over here did end up going down, which is quite sad to see, but that's alright. It was bound to happen. Let's bail the crews out of these ships here, because there were some guys on the machine guns for the beginning battle. So let's get these guys out of these ships so they can actually contribute, because they are good soldiers. They've got weapons, so they're very much so capable of doing damage to the enemy. So let's get them out of there. That's probably another 40-50 troopers for the blues. And the blues, like I said before, they're really congregating in sort of clumps here. We can see based on the mini-map that they've got a large clump right here, and then another large clump right around here, with a few men bravely going forward and working on taking out some purple resistance over here. Commander Barr would certainly be proud of this day. They're continuing on with no signs of stopping. Except they have taken heavy losses. I think it's anyone's game. Anyone could win this if the purples really hunker down and do an excellent defense from now on, continuing to get, you know, certain soldiers getting, you know, 20, 22 kills. Then this could be a sweep for the purples, and the blues could be stopped in their tracks. But if the blues do manage to get some lucky shots on some of these purple soldiers and continue to really rack up some kills on them, then they could plow through and gain victory here. This bazooka trooper is launching a lot of rockets. How many kills does he have, I wonder? Oh, he died before I could check. I was messing around with the thing trying to get it to work, but it wouldn't. There's actually a few troopers in the grass over here. This guy's got 1 kill. This guy's got 3. These guys over here in this barn never ended up getting found, and then this bunker is still alive, which is kind of funny. If we did retreat them, actually, we might be able to. We might be able to get these guys to the last trench line over here. So let's try our best, because right now they're sort of behind enemy lines, sort of a thing. So let's try and get these barn sitters over here. All right. Ooh, it looks like actually this blue soldier with the flamethrower is about to enter into this town. He's going up against 3 purple soldiers who seem to still be suppressed at the moment, which is kind of interesting. Oh! Did he get gunned down? He did. Oh, I think he got shot in the side from these guys over here. Interesting, interesting. All right, how's the retreat going over here? It looks like they've been stalled out. I did make it that they would return fire instead of just sprinting to the back lines, giving them a bit better of a chance of getting there. And they're engaging with some blues. Looks like they've gotten a few kills, maybe. Honestly, any kills in this defense is highly appreciated, I'm sure, by the Purple Army. But now they're struggling as they've sort of been found out by the Blue Army. I thought maybe if we snuck them along the sidelines here, they would make it out, but now they have been caught, and the Blues might be sending a portion of their army, and it looks like they are, to try and eliminate them. Except the Blues are taking losses as they go, so it's really it's a bit of a tit-for-tat here. If the Blues do manage to get a few kills, good for them. If the Purples manage to get a few kills, good for them. I don't regret retreating these troopers, because it's probably more helpful than them sitting in the back lines way back there, not doing anything for the cause. But it has actually managed to distract almost the entirety of the Blue Army here. We see large portions of soldiers moving back, trying to help out their fellow soldiers behind them. Alright, this village is capped now, I would say. And we see Blues starting to reach for this back line over here, which they do still have a tank to deal with. That's going to be rough. And then this is really the only part of the map where purple soldiers still stand, and they've gotten a lot of kills here. As you can see, they've defended their land over here from the invaders for quite some time. And right now only one blue soldier is going up against them, and he's taking some heat. He's crawling around trying to avoid it now. But maybe some blue soldiers will join him in a bit. Let's actually try and... There's quite a number of stragglers, I would say, over here who just aren't attacking. So let's try and get them moving forward. There's a few squads of them. Yeah, there's a few squads of the ship gunners that I just got out of their ships. So we should move them forward. We'll have them attacking this right side over here. All right, but the main blue force is now going up against the final bunker for the Purple Army here. They're getting a few kills on these troopers. This pilot, of course, managed to knock out a number of purple soldiers, making the job for the blues attacking a little bit easier here. This tank over this way is just gunning for these blue soldiers. They're going to need to get a bazooka trooper up very, very soon if they want to take that thing out, or else losses will begin to mount just exponentially. As we can see, the attack on the right side is underway with blue soldiers moving ahead. Let's see, there is one more actually ship here that I didn't bail the crew out of, so let's get them moving that way too. Any stragglers should come up now. Now is the really the opportunity to fight. This is it. If you're going to come up and fight, now's the time. So let's get these guys moving. So we got men congregating on the right side over here. We've got troopers fighting on the left over here against this final bunker. And yeah, as we can tell, the coastal defenses for the purples have certainly held for quite a while. It's just a matter of the blues taking over this trench, which there are a lot of purple soldiers still within. So that is a dangerous task, to say the least. And then they also just need to take over this tiny little hill of purple soldiers, which just refuses to quit. And we've got a full blue attack going on over here now. And more blue soldiers biting the dust, just trying to take this small hill. These guys are real champs here, just eliminating anything that comes their way. This guy's got 3 kills, this guy's got 1, this guy's got 3, this guy's got 4, and this guy's got none. So most of these people actually pulling their weight. There have been a lot of deaths actually over on this hill, so I'm sure some of these guys had probably like 7 or 8 kills, judging by the amount of dead soldiers for the blues around them. But just a surprisingly well defended hill over here. Pretty interesting. Alright, the attack in the middle is dying out a little bit. I think that tank is really just sort of getting in their way. Let's see if we can't get this flame trooper forward. He's just kind of gunning it. No. There was no way. There's just no way. Alright, how about these stragglers? They're still stragglers. Are you kidding me? At the very least, take this hill over here. At the very least. Come on, lads. You got it. You have got it. Come on, boyos. Alright, let's see if we can take this right hill. Let's bail on the final defense over here, and let's just take this right hill. And then we'll have a little something special in store for you. Alright, so these troopers still trying to take out this hill, and they're still getting stopped in their tracks by these bazooka men, as well as a machine gunner. There's only 3 left over here, so... sorry, 4, I think. Yeah, 4 left. It's mostly bazooka troopers, actually, which is kind of weird. Alright, a few guys cresting over the hill here. Maybe these blue lads... Actually, they're healing, which is kind of weird. A grenade getting thrown. Troopers trying to run from it. Okay. Alright. Oof! Big kill right there. How is this hill not fallen? This is actually ridiculous. There we go, there's a kill. 3 more to go. These 2 up on the hillside trying to take him out. Now there's only 1 purple soldier left. He's like 1 health. You just gotta nick him. There you go. Alright, so the blue army did manage to take pretty much the majority of this area. There's a few stragglers left behind. But what we're gonna say here is that the blues decide to retreat their men back and send some reinforcements to them. But the purples simultaneously are going to get some reinforcements for their little bunker back here as well. Just to extend this battle a little bit and make it a little bit more fun, we're going to do that. So, actually, first let's check out the losses on all sides. So, red are the purples, yellow are the blues. Lots of blue deaths around here. I mean, they lost men every step of the way. It was a brutal battle for them, but they persevered and they made it pretty deep in. Of course, the purples took heavy losses as well, so there's nothing to gloat about there for the purples. But either way, I will be right back and we can get the second part of this battle underway. Alright guys, so I thought it'd be fun to do sort of the battle after the battle to see if the follow-up force of the blues can take the final bunker of the purples. The purples have gotten reinforcements in. Now they have 5 Panzer 4H tanks. No, they're Panzer 4Gs, sorry. My mistake. And they've also got 2 M8 howitzers and 2 of these Bofors as well over here. And they've gotten about double the amount of troopers they had initially, as well as some troopers over here in this side trench. The blues, on the other hand, they have about 8 comets. Of course, they're going up against defenders, so they need more. And they have quite a number of blue soldiers, obviously more than we retreated before. But since they, of course, took the coastal defenses, it makes sense that they get reinforcements in to finish off the job. So we'll see if they are able to do that and finally get a foothold in their island. So let's press start. Alright, well, let's see here. I just thought this would be like a little fun extra thing. I hope you guys enjoy it. We do have some runners, actually, which is kind of interesting. Let's try and... Wow, a lot of runners. Jeez, okay. I'm going to try and slow some of these runners down because, as you know, they annoy the crud out of me. I guess we can let a few go. Alright, let's see. Wow, so many runners during this battle. Super weird. Alright, but the full action is starting now. The purple lines are spraying down quite a number of blue troopers as they try and run forward. Lots of these men just getting absolutely nailed as they run ahead, not stopping to fire as runners do. But the follow-up troopers in the back are firing away and trying to take down and subdue some of these purple men. This Bofors is not firing. The one at the beach didn't seem to be firing either. The howitzer is. I wonder if the Bofors in this mod is broken. This one actually looked like it did tilt maybe to fire, but its crew died, so there's that. This Panzer 4G is down. The other... Well, that one just got a big hit, but it's still alive. This one's down. These two over here are still doing okay. This M8 howitzer is okay. And this M8 howitzer over here has lost its crew. But we did actually say in the live stream that I was going to start recrewing downed cannons because it only makes sense. So we use whatever infantry's lying around to recrew tanks. Or not tanks, but cannons, and that really does sort of make sense. A Comet is doing a full flank over here, just charging forward, not giving a crud. It's obvious it's taken some damage, but it's still going for it. Purple infantry around the back over here is just kind of confused and not sure what to do, and the tanks haven't really responded to it. One more Panzer over here going down, the other one right here trying to take out some more of these Comets. The front line of purple troopers is almost dead. There's still a few remaining, though. How's the forest group doing over here? These guys are actually doing pretty good. They're still alive. They're still kicking, still firing quite a bit at these blues. The blues have taken enormous losses here from their infantry, which is brutal. They've also taken quite a number of tank losses. Almost all these tanks over here are dead. This is the only living one right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks right here, all dead. That's astounding. These two back here are doing a great job. This one actually is dead. This one's still alive, though. Interesting how they decided to book it. Maybe they were going for the flank around here. We can see one of their MGs is trying to pour into some of these guys over here, which is kind of interesting. This tank right here is dead as well. So the blues, they really needed the full power of all 8 tanks, and right now only 2 are alive, and they haven't destroyed the last Panzer yet, which is still kicking over here. It takes a gut shot at this one and takes it out, clearing it of its crew. This one's still alive, though, and still kicking, still clowning around a little bit. The blue infantry is moving further in now, working to take this final bunker area. There are still quite a number of purple troopers within it, though. We've got probably 10 right here. Any in the bunker? Yeah, a few in the bunker. Actually, some flamethrower troopers. And some of these guys ended up just lying down. Blue soldier coming in, investigating. Is anyone in this sort of area? Oh, yeah, there is a trooper actually left alive right there. Oh, another one's running back, actually. Huh, that's interesting. They're sort of running around. This tank, I don't know what it's doing. It's being so weird. But it looks like a few blue soldiers did end up running around this way in an effort to take these guys out. One of them died trying to do so. The other one's sort of creeping up on this position, being quite wary of these purple soldiers, not wanting to do too much. There is a flamethrower trooper in there, so if this guy manages to fire some arcs of flames, this is going to be rough. A bit of a showdown going on. Mexican standoff. This guy goes for the flank. He gets shot once. Flamethrower trooper, I don't think wants to fire his flames with allies so close, but he gets domed by this MG, and this MG is just chilling with his other purple soldier. That's weird. Okay, let's check back in over here. These guys still sort of chilling. They've got a massive choke point right here where they're going to be able to kill blue soldiers. This guy's still alive too. Oh, and that guy. Nice, but blues are coming in force. They're trying to shoot these guys in the bunker, I think, but most of them are under pretty good cover. But yeah, the blues are just sort of swarming the area now. Did this guy die in here yet? Yeah, he did. Okay. So it took a little while, but they did take this area. That tank is still alive, and the blues have not taken it out. So this thing could potentially still get a lot of kills. Right now it's at 83 infantry kills and 2 tank kills. It does seem like that blue tank... Is that the blue tank right there? Is that the one that got killed? It did get killed at some point because it's not on the field anymore, but perhaps it was that one. Interesting. But the blues sort of surrounding this area, the way to do it would be to just throw a grenade in there and try and take them out that way, or just charge him with a flamethrower. That works too, but it didn't. There we go. There's one grenade going off. Didn't manage to cop any kills, though. I think it got caught on the wall slightly. These blue soldiers just sort of chilling on the outside. Oh, they're getting grenaded now. Oh, man. 3 dudes bit the dust right there. That's brutal. Man, oh, man. Oh, grenades getting tossed over here. Interesting. Not really any troopers over there. I wonder who threw that. Blue soldiers did try and come up this part in an effort to possibly kill some guys, but didn't manage to. This tank still gunning down more blue infantrymen. Where are all of your bazookas? Looks like there's a few back here. Yeah, bazookas tend to stay in the back, which is weird. Let's send them to the left of this tank. Maybe they can get a kill. I don't know. More blues attempt to get this bunker here. It's honestly a simple matter of throwing a grenade in there. I don't see what they're fussing up about. They should get this. There we go. There's a beautiful grenade. That managed to take out like 3 or 4 of them. There's still some more. Just one more grenade. Also, how is this guy not dead? He's not even in the bunker. Oh, boy. Here, should we have some fun? I mean, it's obviously a victory for the blues. They've got so many troopers left alive. Why don't we try and roast this tank with the flamethrower? If we can catch the back on fire, then we can, it'll possibly blow up. It's hard to tell if it's caught or not. We gotta wait for the... If its engine is caught on fire, it will blow up. Can't tell if it is yet. Ooh, a couple of those bazooka troopers flanking it slightly. It's still alive right now. Alright, how are these blue soldiers doing over here? They have so many troopers. There's like a measly 6 or 7 left alive. One of them's not even in the bunker, but he's still getting like crazy kills. How many does this guy have? 17 kills with a rifle. This guy's got 1. This guy's got none. I don't think these guys really have any. That guy's got 3. That guy's got 2. That guy's got 2. That guy's got 1. Alright, so they did have a few. How's this thing not dead? Oh, it got hit in the hull by a rocket. I think it's only a matter of time for that, Bad Larry. Oh, more grenades being thrown. There we go. They killed that guy who had probably like 18, 19 kills by the time he died. There's only like 5 left. How are they not getting these guys? Oh, there's a few in this bunker too, I think. Yeah, there are. Alright, let's have some fun. Let's mess about with our flame boy. Oh, this tank did end up going down. I think, yeah, it exploded, so it was definitely by the hand of the bazooka trooper and not the flame trooper. So let's try this. Try and clear out the bunker with the flamethrower. That's what these are for bunker busting. Oh yeah, those guys are roasted. Let's check out the other bunker here. I mean, the blues have like 50 troopers left, and the... Oh, he died. Okay. So I guess the blues are going to have to do this by hand. Honestly, just throw a grenade in there. The blues have 8 times as many men as these purples do, and they're too stupid to just do that. Boom. That's how you do it. Alright, there's 2 left. Let's see. Can the blues do it? With their huge amount of troopers all surrounding this area. Oh, another flame trooper. I really like messing around with the flame troopers. It's clear to me that the blues would, should, and have won this, so let's just mess about in this last bit. Actually, that bazooka trooper was doing the work that we just did. He just fired a few shots in there. I just decided to spray him with flames, so they would have gotten around to defeating this bunker eventually anyway. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the premiere to Season 2 of Army Men Civil War. The end ended up being sort of chaos there, but it was clear the blues should win in this last little ditch bunker battle here. Actually, a few guys catching on fire of their own right now. That's not great, and the crate's exploding with the munitions on fire. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.